Welcome everybody into the Collar Foundation Complex here on the campus of Howard Community College. Matt Trudell and Sebastian Marriage here with you for Game 2 of the night, where the West Virginia University Potomac State College Catamounts come to face your Howard Community College Dragons. How you doing tonight, Sebastian?
I'm doing good, my friend. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Let's do the starting lineups, and then we can talk a little bit more about both these teams. It's a big Region 20 matchup right now. So we'll start with the visiting Catamounts. Number 3, a sophomore guard, Cameron Wilkes. Number 4, a freshman guard, Andre Grant. Number 11, a sophomore forward, Eugene Bryant. Number 15, a freshman forward, Peter Quay. And number 25, a sophomore center, Daniel Charlotte. They are coached by head coach Ryan Streets, assisted by Brady Folk, John Hagman, and Ryan Kunis. And for your Dragons, a sophomore guard, number 1, Jaden Johnson. A sophomore guard, number 4, Trude Norton. A sophomore guard, number 11, Emmanuel Henriquez. A sophomore guard, number 24, Christian Dean. And a sophomore forward, number 35, Anthony Jami. They are coached by head coach Mike Smelkinson. He's assisted by Will Thomas, Almaraz Jr., and Cole Harshman. Dragons come into today on a 9-game winning streak, their most recent victory. We were here this past weekend, Community College of Beaver County, 92-56. They played the night before against Westmoreland and beat them 89-44. They've been on quite a hot streak recently, 9-game victory. They are 16-4 on the season, 6-1 in the conference, 9-2 at home. This Catamount team comes in 11-8 on the season, 2-2 in the conference. They are 4-4 on the road, but they have won 4 games in a row, including as recently as January 25th against Allegheny College of Maryland, 88-86. So a very close matchup. And we are about ready for the opening tip-off. It is going to be Anthony Jami going up against Eugene Bryant to start this second ball game here tonight. We have a jersey check right now. So that is why we have not started yet. And we are underway. The Catamounts win the opening tip-off. Wilkes gets it for the Catamounts, and we are underway for the first 20 minutes of basketball here tonight in this big Region 20 matchup. Eugene Bryant gets it over to Wilkes. Wilkes now to Quay. Quay gets a pick. Now Wilkes baseline 3, no good. Offensive rebound goes to Charlo, who puts it up and gets it to drop. So first basket of the night goes to the Catamounts. They're up 2-0.
Yeah, Dragons got to be in better position to box out there. You see Potomac State liking to do a lot of cutting along the baseline to begin the game. So it'll be interesting to see if that's how they continue to attack that zone, as that was a very nice deep three by Jaden Johnson. And as we typically do here at Howard, we're in our 2-2-1 press.
Big shot by Jaden Johnson. Dragons make their first shot and take a 1-point lead.
Manuel Henriquez has got to use his length there when trapping the player on the sideline. That time he kind of just jumped up. His arms were kind of toward his body. He's got to use his length on the sideline there and make it more difficult for his defender. Otherwise, it's way too easy for the offensive player.
Wilkes missed the shot, and it went off of the Catamounts, so it's Dragons' ball. Norton gets it over to Jaden Johnson. Now Dean inside to Henriquez. He gets it baseline to Jami, who is wide open.
Great job by Jami, but that's what happens. You had a couple Pot State defenders ball watching there, and Jami was able to slip in behind, get the easy layup.
Dean gets his hand on the ball, but Brian's able to recover, and now Wilkes will settle it down, but already 15 seconds on the shot clock. Grant now gets a pick from Charlo. Grant stops, pops a 2-point jumper, gets it to go.
That was a very strong pick, to say the least, but that's what Grant can do. He's a good driver, pulls up from mid-range. He's a very nice player, local guy, and knows the recruit that the Potomac State coaches are excited about.
Norton now over to Johnson. Johnson's going to push it, then has to dump it back out to Truth Norton. He gets it down to Jami. Good pass by Jami to Jaden Johnson. He misses the 3, though, but good eyes by Jami to get the open three.
Yeah, it's a good look for the Dragons. Johnson just couldn't get it to go.
Andre Grant over to Wilkes. Now Bryant drops it back. Charlo. Grant gets it down low to Wilkes. Wilkes needs some help. Now Grant. And Grant gets called for a charging. And what a job by Truth Norton to get in the way.
Yeah, that was a great job there by Truth to take it, and it's one of those softer ones, so it's a little easier for the player to take, but nonetheless, that's a good job by Truth Norton. And Dragons got to be careful and make sure they don't get beat backdoor a lot. You can tell Potomac State's looking to kind of exploit that area. Dragons got to be on their game, watch both the ball and the man.
Now Norton tries to drive baseline, but has to get it back out to Enriquez. Now Dean cuts right up the middle, gets it knocked away from him twice, and it's Catamounts ball. And they look to take the lead. Down by one, 16:50 left in the first half. Dragons up 5-4.
Dragons got to communicate screens at all times, too. Norton didn't know he was going to get screened there.
Charlotte misses the shot. It's kicked around on the ground and falls back into the Catamounts' hand. Now Bryant kicks it out to Wilkes. Wilkes gets it inside to Bryant. Bryant's going to take just the left-hand side of the free throw line. Shot, no good. Norton gets the rebound. And then Truth Norton is fouled by Cameron Wilkes.
Be interesting to see if maybe the Dragons want to attack Wilkes. Wilkes is definitely Potomac State's best player, dynamic guard, 3-level scorer, really good playmaker as well. Now that he's already got one quick one, it'll be interesting to see if maybe the Dragons want to isolate him in their ball movement and in their set plays and maybe want to go after him, see if he can maybe pick up that second foul.
Enriquez gets it over to Johnson. Now Enriquez has it back. Kind of lost it a little, but he's able to kind of shuffle it over to Truth Norton. Now Dean hesitates on the three, steps inside deep two baseline, no good.
Yeah, that possession kind of was doomed from the beginning there. Dragons were very indecisive there, didn't know whether they wanted to squeeze a pass through the defense, didn't know if they wanted to really shoot it, swing it around on the perimeter. Got to be more decisive on the offensive end there.
Grant now. Baseline jumper, no good. Charlo ends up with it. He gets it up and in.
Another case of the Dragons not boxing out, allowing second chance opportunities. That's not really coming in what you would expect from Potomac State, and you'd think the interior would kind of favor the Dragons, but nonetheless, Potomac State's kind of getting what they want on the inside.
Enriquez deep two, gets it to go, nothing but net.
Yeah, good pull up there from Enriquez, fade away. Dragons now in their 2-2-1, looking to cause the turnover here.
Gets it across to Grant with 2 seconds to spare. Now Wilkes is going to settle it down, call out a play for this Catamounts team. Inside to Quay. Quay turnaround jumper, no good. Jami gets the rebound.
That's a good look, though, for Potomac State. Quay is very capable of knocking that down, very skilled, and he's going to be a heck of a player for them.
Jami misses the shot at the hoop. Rebound goes to Charlo, and now Grant is going to bring it up the court.
I'm surprised Quay hasn't been featured a little more early in this one. So I recruited Quay when I was still coaching at Howard, and he's got a very nice skill set right there. You see him feeding it to the backdoor cutter there, and his vision's good. He can score the ball at all different levels. He really is as close to a complete player as a freshman as you can be. And the scary thing about him is he has so much more potential that can be unlocked as well. So he's going to be someone that's going to be really big for Potomac State.
Truth Norton hits a three. The last Catamounts basket was Daniel Charlo. So the Dragons take a 2-point lead, 10-8 off the Truth Norton three-point shot. And now Quay drops it off to Wilkes.
We'll call that the Trudell special, the Truth Norton 3.
Yep. No lies told or detected. All right. Pass just over Truth Norton's hands. Grant steps in deep two, no good. Charlo gets the rebound. And now he gets the pass back to him. Bounces over to Quay. Quay travels. Media timeout, so we're going to step aside. Dragons up 10-8, 13:23 left in the first half. We'll be back. All right, back here in Columbia, Keller Foundation Complex. Matt Trudell, Sebastian Marriage coming out of the media timeout. 13-17 left. Dragons have a 2-point lead. Christian Dean, baseline three, gets it to go.
Coach Smelkinson special right there, coming out of the timeout, exactly what they drew up, and they executed it to perfection.
Gets it across the line to Bryant. Dean pokes it away, but they're going to call him for the foul. That's the Dragons' first foul. Christian Dean's first foul.
Dragons foul number 24, Christian Dean. That's his first and the team's first.
So it'll be Catamounts ball along the baseline. Wilkes gets it into Charlo, who bounces it into Quay. Quay driving, spin, dumps it off to Grant. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Wilkes now being guarded by Dean. Wilkes good drive. Gets blocked by Dean. And then Wilkes throws it off of Christian Dean. They say it's out of bounds off of Dean. It's going to be Catamounts ball. They have 2 seconds on the shot clock.
Gotta be aware of anything around the rim here. Catch and shoot as well, but mainly around the rim.
Bryant gets blocked by Trude Norton. Dean gets it. He was surprised at no whistle, but they're going to keep pushing it.
Yeah, probably should have gone sooner there. Maybe could have got a nice transition opportunity.
Now Enriquez gets around the pick and gets the jumper to go.
You could tell Potomac State's okay with that, though. They don't want Enriquez to attack the basket, and rightfully so, because that's his strength. So they're going to give him those little pull-ups around the elbow, and if he can hit that, then Potomac State will probably have to be forced to adjust if he continues to hit that on a consistent basis.
Ball poked out of bounds off of the Dragons, so it's going to stay with the Catamounts. Eugene Bryant's going to take a seat for the Catamounts. Coming in for him is Damian Thompson. And he will look to inbound it. He gets it into Grant, who's left open for an easy layup.
Yeah, that was bad defense there by the Dragons, not paying attention on the defensive end. Potomac State caught him asleep on the quick hitter there. Just one the Dragons would want to have back.
Johnson gets a pick, but he's going to throw it over to Norton. Norton inside to Jami. Jami gets his pass knocked away, but they say it's off of the Dragons. It's a media timeout, so we're going to step aside. 15-10, Dragons up 5, 11:42 left in the first half. We'll be back. All right, back here in Columbia, back underway. Christian Dean gets the steal. Sincere Barfield is now on the court for the Dragons. Johnson gets a tough shot to go.
Good shot there by Johnson. Looked like he probably should have got the and one there. His quite wasn't vertical.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, good job by the Dragons getting a turnover and getting a layup in transition.
Christian Dean does a phenomenal job of throwing the ball off the Catamounts. So it'll be Dragons ball, 7-point lead. And Johnson gets the inbound, and we're back underway.
Interesting substitution by Coach Melkinson, taking out the big in Jami and bringing in a guard in Barfield. Now you basically have Enriquez playing the 5, almost matching up a little bit with Potomac State here, going small.
Barfield no good on the 3, but the rebound goes out to Trude Norton. Trude Norton drives, misses the shot, but he gets fouled, so he'll go to line for 2. Foul is going to be on Daniel Charlo. That's his first foul. And Trude Norton's going to go to a line.
Charlo, that is his first and the team's third.
Truth Norton is a 54% free throw shooter. Gets the first one to go off the front of the rim.
Kind of got lucky with that one, though. Dragons have had issues all year. We've talked about this over and over and over again with the front end of the free throws. You got to complete the process there, and Truth did a much better job of that the second time than the first time. Kind of just wasn't using his legs on the first one, but does a much better job the second time, and Dragons get both of them to go. 19-10 the lead.
And Arthur Roche comes in for Truth Norton. Now able to get it across the line. And they call a foul. It looks like 2 shots are coming the way of Quay.
Yeah, they're going to get Roche.
So Roche gets his first foul.
Our foul number 15, Arthur Roche. That's his first and the team's second. Peter Quinn and line shooting 2.
Quay first shot. No good. Back rims it. He's a 73% free throw shooter, makes the second one, cuts the lead to 8. And now Jaden Johnson heading the other way. Barfield to Johnson. Now Dean looking for some help, gets it over to Johnson. Johnson gets it baseline to Roche for a 3, no good. And Quay gets the rebound.
Good look there for the Dragons. And that one, Roche, all kinds of space, ran a little late to rotate there. Dragons just couldn't get the 3 to not go down for them.
Now Wilkes will shoot a 3, misses everything, and then they're going to call a foul on Arthur Roche. That's his second, just like that.
Yeah, it's tough for Roche. Wilkes Wilkes kind of made the wrong decision there, putting that shot up. He had Grant by himself in the corner as he had 2 Dragons closing him out. But again, Dragons just couldn't get the possession of the air ball.
Sincere Barfield steals the inbound pass and gets a nifty little layup to go.
A heck of a fake, too, by Barfield as well, getting the defender in the air.
Christian Dean just picked up a foul. And Trude Norton's going to come back into this game. Oh, no, sorry. Colin Harshman's going to come into this game for Christian Dean.
Dragons. Number 10, Colin Harshman. Our foul number 24, Christian Dean.
Yeah, Dean picking up his second there, so they're going to get him out. Make sure they can protect him.
Thompson gets it from Wilkes. Now over to Grant. He gets a pick. Now Wilkes, deep 3. Gets that to go.
He can hit that. He's very capable of hitting that. And you got to have someone very close to Wilkes at all time if you're going to stay in the zone. Almost maybe extend the pressure a little bit because he is very capable of hitting that shot, as you just saw right there.
Harshman over to Barfield. Barfield gets it inside to Roche. Roche, nice pass to Johnson. Johnson gets a defender out the way, and then he gets stripped. It goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Dragons.
Entering the game from Johnson State.
Eugene Bryant's going to come into the game for Peter Quay. Harshman gets it into Johnson. Under 10 on the shot clock. Johnson drives, swings it over. Barfield now has to take a slightly contested three. No good. Johnson gets the offensive rebound, and Dragons can reset. A little sloppy, but they get bailed out with that offensive rebound.
Yeah, they do. Harshman maybe should have just taken that one in the corner with the 5 seconds left. That's kind of his shot. That's why he's in the game to shoot.
Barfield misses the layup. Rebound drops to Yubi. And now Wilkes heading the other way. Now Grant across to Thompson. Now baseline to Bryant. Bryant gets stripped. And then he bounces over to Thompson. Thompson floater, no good. And Harshman comes down with it. Dragons up by 7 points, 8:15 and counting left in the first half. Roche open for three on the left-hand side, gets it to go.
Miscommunication there defensively from Potomac State. Someone did not rotate where they were supposed to, and Roche with as easy of a shot as you can get.
Thompson misses the layup. Harshman comes down with the rebound, and now Enriquez going to take it all the way. He gets blocked.
Enriquez carried there, and it looked like they should have called that. It was pretty obvious, but Dragons get away with it. Enriquez also doing some good things, though, in transition for the Dragons outside of that, with good vision on multiple possessions so far.
All right, media timeout, 24-14. Dragons up 10, 7:49 left in the first half. We'll be back. All right, welcome back here to Columbia. Caller Foundation Complex, Matt Trudell, Sebastian Marriage. Dragons have a 10-point lead. They have possession of the ball. Coming out of this media timeout, Johnson looking to inbound. Gets it into Enriquez. Enriquez. Good drive baseline, spins. Misses the layup. Rebound goes to Roche. He misses the putback.
Enriquez got to be careful talking to the referee like that.
And Grant hits the ground. They're going to call a blocking foul on Barfield. He thinks he got the strip.
Our foul on number 1, Jaden Johnson. That's his first. The team's fifth.
So Jaden Johnson picked up his first foul. Team's fifth, 7:33. Catamounts looking to get it inbound. Throws it out to Grant. And Grant's pass is stolen by Harshman. And he drops it off to Barfield, and we're back underway with the Dragons. Barfield gets it to Johnson. Now Roche to Barfield. Barfield, baseline jumper. Good. Nice shot, Sincere Barfield.
Yeah, it's very good possession there by the Dragons. You're going to leave Barfield open like that, you're more likely than not going to pay for that.
UB, and I think that's on Roche.
Well,
That's
if that
gonna be
is,
Roche's
that's
third foul.
Yep. Man, that's a big blow for the Dragons there. That's you won't see him again for the rest of the first half, that's for sure.
And Trude Norton comes in for Arthur Roche. So just like that, Avion Blackwood will look to inbound the ball for the Catamounts. He gets it into UB. UB posting up Enriquez. Goes up for the shot. It gets blocked. And now Barfield heading the other way. Barfield throws it away, though. And now Bryant pushing it. And he gets it to UB. UB travels.
Violation. Turnover to the Dragons.
You got lucky because I think Enriquez was about to pick up a foul.
He was, but unfortunately for Potomac State, just couldn't avoid that travel there. But Enriquez got caught in the air there. Definitely got fortunate on that one.
Charlo comes back into the game for UB. Johnson now gonna get it across the line. Over to Barfield. Barfield drives all the way, misses the layup, and then it goes out of bounds off the Catamounts.
To the Dragons.
So it's Dragons ball up by 12, 6:29 left in the first half. Johnson throws it all the way out to Trude Norton right around the logo. Norton's asking for a pick, but he swings it back to Johnson. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson gets picked by Grant. Grant heads down the other way, gets the finger roll to drop.
Yeah, Johnson would want that one back. Just a little too stagnant offensively there by the Dragons as a whole. Kind of led to that.
Norton got to Harshman. Harshman deep too. Charlo almost knocks it out of bounds, but he recovers, and Eugene Bryant gets it to Grant. And Grant gets it to Cameron Wilkes, who gets it across the line. Now Blackwood swings it over to Wilkes, a little behind him, so he has to track it down. Now Blackwood, 10 seconds on the shot clock. He's going to drive. Gets it to Charlo. Now Wilkes for three as time's running out, and he hits that.
That's a cold-blooded three there by Wilkes. On the run, in transition, gets it up there. Very well done, and you see the all-around capabilities that he has.
Norton, pump fakes.
Dragon spacing is not good right now, and you got to work together as a team and communicate. Can't get frustrated. You see a little bit of frustration kind of showing right now.
Norton, 4 seconds on the shot clock. He's just going to have to let it go. Harshman's going to have to let it go. He lets it go, but misses the three, and that was just not a great possession. Back-to-back rough possessions for the Dragons.
Dragons got to have better body language. Can't be yelling at each other on the floor. Got to work through these issues, and yelling at each other is not going to get it done.
Blackwood
Possession to the Catamounts.
gets the ball knocked out of bounds by the Dragons. Jami's going to come in for Harshman. And it'll be Wilkes looking to inbound.
Dragons got beat in a possession in a baseline out of bounds like that earlier.
Bryant lets a three go, no good. Wilkes gets the rebound, misses the layup, battle for the ball, drops to Johnson. Johnson's going to bring it down the court, and he gets fouled. They call it on the floor.
Only the fourth team foul for Potomac State, so they've stayed out of foul trouble pretty much in this first half.
Potomac State foul number 14.
It's on Avion Wood. Yep. All right, now Barfield with the ball. 4:22 left. Dragons protecting a 7-point lead. Trude Norton drops it off to Jami, and Jami travels.
Yeah, that was definitely a travel by the Dragons there.
Yeah.
But again, you gotta move on to the next play. Dragons showing a lot of frustration right now. You're up 7, you gotta move on to the next play if you're Howard.
Wilkes gets it over to Blackwood. And now Grant. Wilkes 13 seconds on the shot clock. He's just going to take a deep three. No good off the front. Falls down to Jaden Johnson.
Wilkes is a very capable player. He's their best player, but I think Howard will live with that shot. I don't think that's what Coach Streets wanted to see for Potomac State.
Yeah. Barfield gets it to Jami. He swings it to Johnson. Johnson's going to shoot a three. No good. Rebound drops to the Catamounts. Wilkes throws it all the way up, gets it to Charlo. Charlo spins, misses the shot, and Norton comes down with it. Norton's pushing it, gets it to Johnson. And now they're going to settle it back down. Barfield over to Enriquez. It gets smacked out of bounds off the Catamounts. And we have a media timeout, so we're going to step aside. Dragons up 26-19, 3:04 left in the first half. All right, welcome back. 3:04 left. It will be Dragons ball. Up by 7. Been a little cold recently, but they have the ball coming out of this timeout. Jaden Johnson with it along the baseline. Now Enriquez for 3, no good.
That is not what Howard drew up out of the timeout, and you could tell the coaches are extremely frustrated. I know Coach Mike very well. I can guarantee you that was not what was drawn up in that huddle in the timeout.
Now Wilkes over to Grant, down low to Bryant on the baseline. He's just going to take a deep 2, misses everything, but Blackwood just so happens to be there to get it and get the easy basket.
Howard's got to wake up here. They're playing with their food a little bit, and now you see it. It's a 5-point game. This game was pretty comfortable for them early on. They got to get together real quick, and they got to get it now because they're better than this, and they're kind of getting dominated on the interior right now. Even if the statistics show that Potomac State's only got 3 more rebounds right now than Howard, it feels like a lot more just due to the physicality that they're asserting, unlike the physicality Howard is asserting.
Dragons' missed shot was Barfield. Grant gets around Johnson, and Charlo gets the basket to go.
So on that play right there, you have a couple Dragons ball watching, but even as Charlo's in the middle, Truth Norton has to come over and rotate and be on him and potentially take the charge there. And then if they make another read and go one more, then you're stuck either way. But that one has to be a rotate there as Barfield gets fouled on a three.
Yep, so he will go to a line for 3 shots.
Yeah, it's a bad foul to pick up there by Eugene Bryant. He's got to be better on the closeout. I know you're eager to block a shot there, but you're effectively – Barfield's very good from the line. You're effectively giving him 3 points here.
71%, so.
I was very scared as that first one went up. I almost got the broadcaster's jinx on him.
It's what you do.
That's why I get paid.
Makes the second one. That third shot coming. Makes that one, so all three are good. 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here with you. 29-23, Dragons are up. So what are you seeing in the stats, Sebastian?
So Dragons right now are the rebounds are they should be out rebounding Potomac State. They just should. Pot State's a smaller group. They have less players than Howard does, and Potomac State's really dominated them on the interior. Now Potomac State had 5 turnovers early in the game. Since then, they've only had 2 in the last 10 minutes. So that's helped them a lot. And Howard, they have to close this half out strong because you don't want to give that team any extra belief that they can come and pull this off, because they could. They definitely could. They've shown they could. They've beaten some really good teams in region. They've already beaten Catonsville and beat Prince George's, so they're capable of it. So Howard's gotta get their A game here going this final 125.
Wilkes shoots a deep three, in and out. Jami gets it, and it's knocked out of bounds by Blackwood.
Howard got away with that one. Wilkes was wide open, and yes, that was deep, but he's more than capable of hitting that. I think Potomac State's very happy with the look that they got coming out of that timeout.
Barfield for 3, no good. Rebound falls to Blackwood. Now Wilkes, 1 minute left in the first half. Wilkes back to Grant. Grant being harassed by Trude Norton. Now Grant over to Blackwood. Blackwood has to get over to Grant. It's hectic. Bryant now. Wilkes running out of time. For Charlo gets the shot up, no good. And Norton gets the rebound off the tip out from the Catamounts. And Norton just goes slow it down. Try to at least. And then he gets stripped by Bryant.
Yeah, that wasn't good there by the Dragons.
And an offensive foul. Eugene Bryant charges. Sincere Barfield takes the charge.
Great job by Barfield taking the charge, but that's a complete brain fart there by Bryant. You have the last shot. Shot clock's off. I get it. You got a lot of forward momentum and whatnot, but you got to hold it for that last shot there. And now you're giving the best coach in Division II Region 20 play a chance to draw something up, and more often than not, those usually result in baskets. It's a dangerous game to play.
Yeah. So Dragons will have 21.7 seconds left coming out of this. What do you think Coach Smokinson's drawing up? Probably one, not going to start again until
I think, yeah, they're not going to start till 10, 8. I would even say 8 is when you go here. And I think you're going to see a little bit of a pin down here. And I think you're going to see it for Jami. I think they're going to want to assert some physicality going into the second half. I'm going to expect that they're going to look to kind of clear out a lot of side, try to create a one-on-one matchup for Jami down low, and let them go to work. We'll see if I'm proven right or not.
Stay tuned. Halftime, Sebastian's going to be interviewing one of the coaches from Potomac State. So stay tuned for some halftime coverage with that. Enriquez gets the ball, throws it over to Johnson. Johnson's going to shoot a deep 2. Misses it. Charlo gets his thing tossed in the air. And both Jaden Johnson and Barfield wanted a shot. So the end of the half brings the score 29-23. Dragons are up. And we'll be back with the interview with one of the coaches. All right, Matt Trudell and Sebastian Marriage back here with you in Columbia, Caller Foundation Complex. Sebastian, what are your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, first half really was a tale of two halves in the first half. So the first 10 minutes, Howard kind of got their way early on, dominating with perimeter shots and whatnot. But Potomac State later on kind of challenged Howard in the paint and kind of got their way inside and got Howard in foul trouble a lot, with Roche having 3 fouls, Christian Dean having 2 fouls. So you got 6-point ball game here. But it'll be interesting to see how this translates in the second half. Now, Cameron Wilkes, who's Potomac State's best player, arguably one of the best players in the region, went off with a little bit of a limp. So it'll be interesting to see, one, if he comes back in the second half, and then two, if he does, how much of that injury is going to bother him as well.
Well, and he was warming up, so we'll see how that goes. You expect a lot more of Anthony Jami?
Yeah, no doubt. Jami's got to be better, quite frankly. He has to be better. He's got to assert his physicality down low. He's got to grab more rebounds. He's bigger, he's taller, and stronger than everybody else. He's got to do his job better. And same with a lot of the Dragons. I think the Dragons' wings and the interior players, they have to be better. They just do, because it's a bigger scheme here in the end of the day. Yeah, you want to win this game, but you're also kind of setting forth future plans for how you close out the season and whatnot. So Dragons have to be better. Now, obviously, we told you guys we were going to get a Potomac State coach halftime interview. Unfortunately, that did not happen. We were told that didn't happen, so I would like to apologize for that on behalf of our crew.
And so Dragons had the first possession of the second half. Emmanuel Enriquez gets called for a travel, so they get a turnover. They're going to start with some pressure. And now the Catamounts have their first possession of the second half. Dean steals the pass, gets it over to Johnson. Johnson got the defender in the air, gets the basket, and he gets a steal on the inbounds. And his pass is knocked out of bounds, so we'll stay with the Dragons.
Good hands there by Wilkes. Seems like he's good to go. Seems like he's maybe just cramped up a little at the end of the half, but he seems very active and back to his 100% self. So that's good news for Potomac State.
Now, Jaden Johnson had every right to be upset about not getting a three-point play there.
I would agree with that. I looked like the defender's leg was kind of on his back as he was in the air. But move on to the next play. Happens. Missed calls happen. Got to move on to the next play.
So Wilkes definitely looks like he's hobbling a little bit. Misses that three. So we'll see. We'll continue to monitor that because he's been taking some deep threes.
Yeah, and if I'm Howard and I notice that, I'm maybe attacking that too. And there you go. That's what Howard needs more. Great vision there by Johnson, and good job by Jami getting the layup and finding the spot and the holes in the defense.
Now Quay gets it back. It was very close to a backcourt violation. Three is a no good by Thompson, and now Norton misses it on the other end. And then it goes and is saved by Wilkes. So now Bryant pushing it up. And then he gets it almost poked away by Norton. He takes a tough shot, misses off the backboard. Norton gets it up to Johnson. Johnson throws the oop to Emmanuel Enriquez, who slams it down.
Good job by the Dragons. That's more like it. That's how they come out in the second half. And you know the coaches lit into them at halftime, and they've responded to this point.
Charlo being harassed, and then he is fouled.
That's a big one. That's Dean's third.
I think they called it.
Called it on Jami.
Yep,
okay.
That's his first foul.
Team fouls haven't been reset by the scoreboard, so I think you're going to have to wait a little bit. Yeah, they're going to change that now.
Jami, that's his first and the team's first.
They fixed it. So Wilkes, right in front of his bench, will look to inbound it, gets it into Damian Thompson. And then Jaden Johnson kicks it.
Possession remains with the Catamounts.
Yeah, it's as easy of a call as it gets there. Shot clock will reset to 20 on the kickball violation.
So now Thompson will have it ready to inbound. He gets it into Wilkes. We're back underway. Dragons up by 12, and a travel is called on Bryant.
Yeah, shaky start coming out for Potomac State. Howard on a 6-0 run here, and you wonder if you're Coach Streets, do you wait till the media timeout to kind of calm the team down, or if Howard gets another basket, might have to take one of those 3 remaining.
Enriquez turnaround jumper is good. Quay now to Wilkes. Wilkes gets it up to Bryant. Bryant gets his pass knocked away, and Enriquez comes down with the steal. Enriquez is just charging, and he goes all the way coast to coast to get the layup. And the Dragons are responding well in this second half.
What was now a 6-point game at half is now a 16-point game. Howard's Potomac State's going to get a timeout here, try to settle things down. A 30-second timeout, and that will go into a media timeout.
So we are going to step aside. 17-15 left in the second half. 39-23. Dragons are up. All right, welcome back to Columbia. Coming out of the media timeout, 39-23. Wilkes has the ball. They need to fix the timer above the shot clock.
Potomac State in the first 2 minutes and 45 seconds of this half with 4 turnovers offensively. They're going to have to get it together, slow it down a little bit. I think that the 2-2-1 of Howard kind of panicked them a little. Now they're going to have to work their way back into this one.
So Wilkes now with the ball, bounces inside to Quay. Quay's going to drive to his right, spin, gets blocked by Jami, gets it back though. Now Grant Wilkes will shoot a 3, misses everything. Enriquez gets it, and now they're pushing it. A good crowd on hand tonight for the Booster Club night. Missed 3 by Enriquez, and Jami tried to foul, and they didn't even call it. So now Wilkes goes all the way. They call a block on Dean. He's upset with that.
He slid in there. That was a block, unfortunately, for Dean. Good attempt at taking the charge, but still moving a little bit there on that one.
So Wilkes will go in line for 2. Jami is holding his hand. He tried to foul. He even said, I fouled.
Yeah.
All right, Wilkes' first free throw. Misses that.
For the Dragons, number 2, Sincere Barfield.
Sincere Barfield and Colin Harshman come in for Dean and Jami.
Yeah, we hope Jami's okay. It looked like he did have a finger issue. He's getting attended to by our great trainer here at Howard Community College, Tim Happel, who if we had a JUCO trainer of the year, I think he'd win that award every single year.
He's great.
He's as good as it gets.
So Wilkes makes 1 of 2. He's an 80% free throw shooter. Do you think that his ankle is affecting his shot? Because he's been short on a couple shots.
I think it is, and I think he's trying to forget about it, but I do think it is, and it's going to feel worse tomorrow. That's the thing. If you're Potomac State, you're almost more worried about how he wakes up from it tomorrow than how he gets through the rest of this game.
Enriquez is fouled on the shot. He's fouled by number 25, Daniel Charlo. That's his second. Enriquez goes to the line for 2 free throws.
Double state foul on number 25, Daniel Charlot. That's his second and his first.
First one's good.
Enriquez to the line.
Both free throws are good by Enriquez. And now Wilkes gets it up to Grant. It catches it on the fly. Then he has to dump it back to Thompson. Now Wilkes has it. Anthony Jami was just taken back to the locker room, so we'll keep an eye on that. Charlo now with the ball. Kicks it out to Grant. Grant's pass gets slapped away, but Wilkes ends up with it. Baseline jumper is good.
Yeah, good shot there by Wilkes. You see his ankle still affecting him. We hope Jami's okay going back to the locker room. Hope it's not anything super significant because he is crucial to everything the Dragons do really on both ends of the floor, especially defensively. So hope Jami's okay.
Johnson for three. No good. Gets his own rebound. Spins. Then he gets blocked, but they're going to call a foul. Foul is on number 15. That's Quay.
Potomac State foul is on number 15, Peter Quay. That's his first of the team second. Timeout on the court.
We have a media timeout, so we're going to step aside. 15-18 left in the second half. 41-26. Dragons are up. All right, we are back here in Columbia. Anthony Jami is back on the bench, but he has ice applied to his hand, so we will keep a monitor on that. We'll let you know if we hear anything further. Johnson goes to the line for 2 free throws. Quay picked up his first foul, and that is all up to date. 42-26 after Jaden Johnson makes the first free throw. Looks like Roche's about to come back in. Makes the second one, gets a friendly roll. Roche's going to come in for Jaden Johnson. Roche got some quick fouls in the first half, didn't see much time.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he uses kind of his freshness to his advantage, or maybe him sitting on the bench will take longer for him to settle in as Quay kind of loses his feet there and unfortunately for him travels and gives the ball back to Howard.
Yep. All right, Barfield now running point for the Dragons with Johnson on the bench. Gets it across the timeline. Norton over to Barfield. Now Barfield steps in deep two. Tough shot, no good. Grant gets the rebound. He's going to push it up, bounces it over to Thompson. And now Wilkes. Grant going to drive, loses it, kicks it out to Wilkes. Wilkes for three along the baseline, gets that to go.
That was an impressive shot there by Wilkes. One, to kind of make sure he didn't step out of bounds in that tight area, but two, to get it on the move and release it like he did. That was a heck of a shot there by Wilkes.
He's now tied with Enriquez with 12 points for leading scorer of the game. Now Roche. Over to Norton. Norton for three, and he gets that going. Feeling himself after that one.
Good
Now-
for Norton there. Pot State late to rotate on that one, but big shot by Norton.
Now Grant drives, wild shot at the basket, no good. Roche comes down with it. He gets it over to Barfield. Dragons moving really quick now. And Barfield goes all the way, misses the layup. They're going to call an offensive foul on Sincere Barfield.
I wonder if Quay was in the restricted area there. That would be interesting to see, but Barfield,
Foul on Howard number 2.
it's not a Howard Community College game if Barfield is not called for a charge.
You're right. You're right.
He's picked up a lot of those fouls, a lot, but it's part of his game. It's part of his game that's made him extremely successful. So you got to live with it if you're Howard.
And that is his first foul. Thompson gets it across the line to Charlo. Charlo gets his pass knocked away, and Barfield ends up with the steal and the basket on the other end.
Good job by Barfield turning the corner there, blowing by his defender, getting the layup.
Grant misses the layup. Charlo battles for it, but Barfield ends up with the rebound off the tip from Roche. Enriquez steps out of bounds.
Dribbled out of bounds. Turnover to the Catamounts.
Yeah, Enriquez stepping out there. Howard's got to move on to the next play. And you're going to see the 2-2-1 once again.
Wilkes back to Thompson, and then Wilkes gets it. He throws it all the way across to Grant. Grant's getting trapped. He throws it over to Wilkes. Wilkes is good drive. Right around the free throw line, gets the jumper to go.
That's how you break it if you're Potomac State. They did a very good job offensively, strong with the ball. As soon as Dragon defender was coming, he found an open man, and you give the ball. Ball ends up in their best player's hands for an easy mid-range pull-up jump shot. Well done there by the Catamounts.
Roche thought about a three, but he cycles it down to Enriquez. Enriquez drives across the front of the basket and gets the friendly finger roll to go.
Yes, he did. Probably should have put a little more arc on that, but he got that friendly roll, as you said, and gets it to go.
Looks like Barfield got some contact to the face. Wilkes now dumps it off to Charlo. Charlo gets fouled by Roche. And now Dean and Johnson are going to come back into this game. That's Roche's fourth foul.
Howard foul on number 15, Michael Roche.
Yeah, it's a big blow for Howard.
And
Roche's, it's unfortunate for him having just come back in the game. Now with his fourth, probably have to sit out for a little bit longer.
And Barfield's going to get some treatment. He's holding his elbow in his face, so it'll be interesting to see. We'll keep you updated on that. Charlo goes to the line for 2 free throws. First free throw, no good. How were his legs on that one?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that was the issue on that one. It just didn't go for him, and that one as well, it just didn't go. And a lot of that one, he kind of short-armed a little.
He's like overcompensated for it being a little long.
Yeah, so it's big men always are the ones that kind of have the most trouble at the line. So
Truth Norton misses the shot. Then a jump ball is called. It's going to go to the Catamounts.
Potomac State foul number 25, Daniel Charlot. That's his third.
Dragons up 19 points. 12:03 left in the second half. Sorry, Johnson. Oh no, it stays with the Dragons, but the Catamounts get a steal. So maybe I was just.
you were right. You just saw the future earlier than all of us.
Thompson inside to Charlo, back out to Thompson. Thompson deep 2. No good. 2 bounces, and then it goes out of bounds off of Enriquez.
Remains with the Catamounts.
So stay with the Catamounts. It is a media timeout, so we're going to step aside. 50-31. Dragons up. 11:48 left in the second half. All right, back here in Columbia, Matt Trudell, Sebastian Marich with you. Sincere Barfield is done getting treatment. He's back on the bench. We'll wait to see if he's going to come back into this game. Wilkes gets it into Grant. Grant drives, he loses it, and Dean gets the steal, bounces it over to Enriquez. It's a little far behind. He taps it back to Norton, and they're just going to settle it down. 20 seconds on the shot clock, plenty of time. Norton's
got to share the ball. It's a lot, too much ISO and whatnot. That is not what Howard wanted to see. And share the ball, just move on to the next guy, keep the offense going. It's not what Howard wanted there.
And Norton picks up his first foul. Coming into the game is Avion Blackwood. He comes in for Andre Grant. And Thompson gets the inbound in. Now Charlo trying to get it to Wilkes. He gets it to him. Mid-range jumper, no good. Dean comes down with the rebound. Now Enriquez gets fouled by Charlo. He's going to go to the line for two.
On that last offensive possession for Potomac State, Quay had Harshman sealed down low, and Potomac State couldn't find him. That was a mismatch, and one that Potomac State should have looked to take advantage of there.
That's going to be Charlo's fourth foul, so imagine he's coming out. He's also holding his stomach, but he was going to come out regardless. Coming in now is number 11, Eugene Bryant, and number 23, Giannis Ubi. Quay takes a seat with Charlo. And Enriquez has 2 free throws coming his way. Does not get the luck on the first one. Enriquez has 14 points. Misses both of them. Now Blackwood gets it across the line, gets it over to Thompson. He thought about a 3, but he decides against it. Now Bryant driving baseline. Finger roll, no good, too strong. Dean comes down with the rebound. He's going to push it up the court and then slow it down. He drives, turnaround jumper, no good. Kind of rushed it there. And now Wilkes for the Catamounts.
You could see kind of this is where the Dragons kind of miss a guy like a McDuffie who would help get you in the offense and consistently run things and kind of settle things down. I think you see where McDuffie was a big part of that, and obviously the Dragons are having to adjust without him here down the stretch.
Bryant got Harshman out of position and got an easy basket, cuts it to 50-33. 10 minutes left, halfway gone in the second half. Now Enriquez gets the ball and gets the layup to go. Speaking of getting defenders out of position.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good strong take also by Enriquez, leaving no doubt.
Thompson gets it over Blackwood. Blackwood commits a backcourt violation right in front of us.
Yes, right in front of us. And Harshman made sure our official heard it as well. Very vocal about it. And good defense there by Harshman to create that backcourt violation.
The back of his arm says patience. He could have used a little more there.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Trudell, the tattoo expert.
I just read.
Very true.
Dean
very accurate.
Spins, crazy reverse layup, gets it to go.
That was a nice strong take there by Dean. Haven't seen much of the creativity from Dean like that, but that was very cool to see.
Blackwood got the ball stolen away. Norton misses the layup, and then Johnson will go to the line. He gets fouled by number 5. That's Damian Thompson. That's his first.
No mistake foul on number 5, Damian Thompson. That's his first to the team spin. Jaden Johnson to the line, shooting.
First free throw is good. Gets a second free throw to drop with a nice little friendly roll, and now Wilkes back with it. Over to Blackwood. Now Wilkes gets it up to Bryant. Bryant's going to drive baseline, and they're going to call an offensive foul. And I feel like Dean might have been in the no charge zone.
He might have been, but he was definitely set for sure.
Yeah.
And took one for the team there. Hard to do, up 23, to have the motivation to continue to do that, but he did. Good job there by Dean.
Johnson gets it across the line. Tries to throw the baseline pass to Dean, but he abandoned his cut.
Yeah, Dean probably should have followed through with that, but got to move on to the next play if you're Howard.
Now Thompson over to Wilkes, who throws it into space for Blackwood. Blackwood gets fouled by Dean. So he'll go to line for 2.
That's his 4th as well.
There's Dean's 4th. Good sign for the Dragons. Anthony Jami's coming back into the game.
Looks like he's got a couple of his fingers taped. So it'll be interesting to see how he plays with that. Now they're going to abort plans here.
Roche is going to come in instead.
1 4-foul guy for another.
I get it. If you don't need Jami, you know.
No, I completely agree. I agree with this.
Like he tried to sneak in.
I agree with this decision, quite frankly. I wouldn't use Jami for the rest of this one if the gap stays the way it does here. I'd basically just kind of let him sit. Same with Barfield with his injury as well.
There's
just
no need.
Kind of let it ride out with the guys that are not injured and whatnot. So I agree with this decision by Coach Melkinson.
No good on both free throws. Now Roche dealing with a little bit of pressure from the Catamounts and a 10-second on the Dragons.
Yeah, not good there by Howard. Lack of concentration there. But it's also, it's on the guards to let them know, a wing and a forward know, like, hey, we got to get it across. The guards have to be more vocal with that. You have to let your teammates know, hey, like 10 seconds, about to be 10 seconds. You got to hear that on the floor, and we didn't hear that on the floor.
Sounds like the Dragons had too much patience on that one.
Yes, indeed.
Now Thompson for 3. No good. Rebound goes to Roche. Roche's good. Just bring it all the way up the court and then get it to Enriquez. Enriquez hesitates and then drives. Spins. He loses the ball, but Norton's able to recover. And they say he stepped out of bounds. So it will go back to the Catamounts.
Yeah, that wasn't good there by the Dragons. Norton a little too much dancing on the sideline. Potomac State will get it back.
Thompson and Bryant come out. In for them is Quay and UC. I'm sorry, Grant. UC was already out here. Enriquez knocks the ball away. Norton ends up with it. And then he gets fouled. Misses the layup, but he will go to line for 2. And that foul's going to be on Wilkes.
Yeah, good job by Norton there, going to the basket, going to the line for 2 shots here. You're Howard. You're up 23 here. Got another Division II Region 20 game on Saturday at Frederick. Got to continue to finish this one strong to set the tone for that one. Frederick, they might be having a down year, but you're going to their place. It's always tough up there, even with their poor record. So you'll have to be ready for them.
Wilkes picks up his 2nd foul. Norton misses the 2nd free throw. Or made it, sorry. Johnson's going to commit a foul.
No, kickball violation.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to go media here.
And we have a media timeout, so we're going to step aside. 58-33. Dragons are up. 7:59 left in the second half. All right, back here in Columbia, Matt Trudell, Sebastian Marriage with you. It's Catamounts ball. Grant will have it along the baseline. Dragons still running their pressure. Now Wilkes gets it all the way across the line. Then he gets kind of trapped, gets it to Quay. Quay gets his pass knocked away off of Harshman.
Out of bounds. Possession.
So it'll be Catamounts ball. And the student section is not happy.
No, not at all. They're very vocal down there. One of the best student sections in Region 20 Division II play.
Entering the game for the Dragons. Number 23, Savion.
A lot of those students down there are track athletes here at Howard, so it'll be cool to see how they do this upcoming spring in their athletic competitions as well.
So Savion Gowder comes in for Enriquez and picks up the foul right away.
23, Savion Gowder.
Well, it's an eventful way to get on the stat sheet for Gowder. Not the way he wanted to, but.
So UB goes to the line for a 1-and-1. Makes the first one. Second one. Gets that to go. So both good for UB. 58-35.
His first 2 points on the board. Dragons got to be strong with the ball, maintain their concentration levels high. That's a good look for Harshman.
Misses the three. Roche gets the rebound. I thought Enriquez was calling for the ball. I'm like, you're on the bench, man.
It would have been, I'll tell you what, there would have been some people that would have thrown it to him.
Yeah.
There's definitely would have been.
Johnson inside to Gowder, and Gowder gets it to go.
Good strong take there from Gowder.
Wilkes over to Blackwood. Dragons playing a soft pressure. Now Grant for three.
Roche was very late to rotate there. And I don't think he picked up what the Dragons were in defensively until it was way too late, and that left Grant wide open for a three.
Now Roche gets a pass from Harshman. Over the line, splits defenders. He just takes it all the way, misses it. UB gets the rebound. Wilkes now on the other end. Gets it baseline to UB. UB gets the reverse layup to go. Dragons falling a little bit asleep here.
Potomac State's showing like a semi-decent amount of pressure, extending it a little bit.
Norton gets it back to Johnson. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Down to 6. Inside to Gowder. Good pass. Gowder just has to turn around, throw it up, misses the shot. That was an excellent pass, but good defense as well.
Yeah, no doubt about it there.
Grant spins, misses the layup. Johnson comes down with the rebound off the tip from Roche. Johnson spins around Grant, kicks it out to Roche, who cannot handle the pass. And it's a turnover. Coach Smokinson is not happy about the situation right now.
Yeah, I think just they're a little jumbled and kind of it's easy to kind of not concentrate as much and kind of freestyling a little bit right now, not running offense. So I think that's why it's a little frustrated. But it was a very nice move there by Johnson. Unfortunate Roche couldn't catch that.
Wilkes hits the three. And just like that, it's a 17-point ball game. 5:26 left. Johnson all the way up to Norton. Norton gets it back to Johnson, almost stolen away by Blackwood.
Got to throw stronger pass than that. Can't give the opposition a chance to steal.
Now Harshman. Roche for three. Can't get it to go. And now Wilkes heading the other way. He's just going to drive all the way, dumps it off to UB. UB misses the shot. Wilkes gets the offensive rebound. Gets that to go, and we'll have a chance at a three-point play. And Jami, Dean, and Enriquez are all going to come back into this game.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Savion, Gowder come out, Harshman come out, and Norton come out.
So So you do have Roche, you have Harshman.
I was 2 for 3.
Who'd you get wrong?
I think I said Norton instead of Roche. It's 2 for 3. Got the whole starting lineup in.
So Wilkes has a chance for a 3-point play. Gets that to go.
Hot State continuing to show some pressure here. A slight adjustment that they made here in these last couple of minutes has paid off for them.
Enriquez gets the pass from Johnson, and then Johnson comes back to retrieve it. Norton to Dean. Under 10 seconds. 5. Inside to Enriquez. Gets the defender in the air, misses the shot, but he will have a chance at 2 free throws.
Potomac State foul for Andre Grant. That's his second and the team's 8th.
Andre Grant picks up the foul. That's his second. First free throw's good.
Great job there by Enriquez, not shutting it off in terms of just the concentration aspect of it. Well done there. That's how it's done.
Second one is good as well. 4:19 left in the half. 62-46. Blackwood now gets it over to Wilkes. Wilkes is going to get across the line. He's going to drive baseline. Gets it into Yubi. Yubi loses it, and Dean comes up with it. Dean crosses up Grant. Now Enriquez misses the floater, and then he knocks it out of bounds. So it'll be Catamounts ball. And we have a media timeout, our final media timeout. 62-46. Dragons up. 3:56 left in the ball game. All right, back here in Columbia. And we have the Catamounts with the ball. Wilkes gets it up to Grant. Nope. Jami steals it, taps it down to Johnson.
20th turnover of the game for Potomac State. It's not going to win you many ball games, turning it over 20 times.
Now Norton over to Enriquez. Dean take on the defender, gets it back out to Johnson. Catamounts have really shored up their defense. They're making it really hard on the Dragons.
They have, and Howard now
shot by Dean.
There by Dean. Howard was kind of slow to adjust lately, but that was a good possession there by Dean. Dean kind of had a nice, easy fadeaway jumper there.
Now Wilkes, he's going to shoot a deep 3, misses it. Rebound drops to Quay. He's going to shoot a 3, no good. Yubi gets the offensive rebound. He's just going to turn around and put it up and gets it to go.
Yeah, 3 chances there for Potomac State. Howard, once again, could not box out. I think that's something they're going to try to shore up prior to the Frederick game.
Jami is fouled. So Jami will go to the line.
Dragons have struggled all year shooting 1-and-1s, so will be interesting to see if Jami can convert here.
With an injured hand.
Yep, no doubt about it. That can affect it. And as you can see, it was a little flat on
Yep.
that one. And unfortunately, the injured hand was a shooting hand. So that definitely makes it more difficult for him.
Wilkes misses the 3. Dean pulls down the rebound. How many rebounds does Dean have?
Dean picked up his 6th rebound with that.
Sincere Barfield looks like he's going to come back into this ball game, so that's a good sign. Jami can't get the shot to go, but he's fouled. Foul is going to be on Ubi.
Double state foul number 23, Ennis Hubie. That's his first, and it's 10th. Anthony Shopkins-Kalai, shooting 2.
So Jami once again going back to the line with that injured hand. Be interesting to see if he adjusts there. So that time he overcompensated with that. So now you gotta meet yourself in the middle here. So that's something. It's tough for him because he hasn't really worked on it. This is just happened. That was better, obviously, but that's something I'm sure in practice he'll work on if he has to play with something like that in the next couple games.
And Barfield comes in for Jami.
Good to see Barfield back from his injuries too.
Grant gets it stolen. Enriquez down to Johnson, who gets the easy layup on the other end.
Good strong take there from Johnson.
Now Ubi being trapped by Enriquez. Enriquez picks up the foul.
Not smart by Howard there, given not much time left in the game. You don't want to give your opponent points with the clock stopped.
Ubi goes to the line for a 1-and-1. Gets the first one to drop. And the second one for Ubi. Gets that one to go as well. And now Norton gets the inbound from Dean. Johnson throws it across to Norton. Gets it back to Johnson. He's got to throw it all the way up to Norton. Norton thought about a 3. He hesitates. He's going to back out, get it to Dean. Dean, tough shot, no good.
One too early, in my opinion. I thought Norton did the right thing backing it out, but Dean, I think, went a little too early there.
Now Grant for 3, no good. Dean pulls down the rebound. He throws it up to Barfield, and Barfield just going to get the easy layup on that end.
Good vision there by the Dean. Barfield leaking out in transition. Good to see him get some points.
Now Blackwood going to drive. Gets a nice layup to go. 1 minute left. Throws out to Dean. Now Barfield. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Johnson. Down low to Sincere Barfield, who just throws up a wild shot and gets it to go.
A lot of hang time there by Barfield getting that up there. Nice pass by Johnson, putting it in a spot where only Barfield could get it.
Nice pass to Ubi along the baseline, and Ubi gets it to go.
Norton getting beat back door on that one. Got to be better defensively.
So the Catamounts are going to fall to 11-9. They're going to go to 2-3 in the conference. Their 4-game winning streak is over, and they are now 4-5 on the road. The Dragons are going to improve to 17-4, 7-1 in the conference, 10-2 at home. Sebastian and I will be calling, the next game we call is Friday, February 7th, but the Dragons will be at Frederick on Saturday at 2 p.m., so watch out for that. We're going to step aside and be back with an interview with Coach Smelkinson after this win.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Caller Complex here on the campus of Howard Community College. As we have a guest with us, none other than our head coach here, Mike Smelkinson. Coach, big win, Division 2, Region 20 game, 71-54 the final. How would you say your guys rebounded in the second half compared to the first half, with the first half kind of being a little bit of a struggle early on?
Yeah. I challenged them at halftime, and they responded, came out fired up and attacking the basket. A lot of positive energy, steals in our press, right, leading to easy baskets, and it was great. And so we were able to get a lead, and then once we got the lead, then we got a little sloppy, but ultimately did what we had to do.
So how do you go about trying to maintain the focus of the guys? Because the team has had issues with that all year. How do you, as coaches, continue to try to reinforce that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not just this team. I think probably every team I've coached, that is an issue. It's a long game, so being able to keep focus, it's hard when you get a lead. You have the tendency to try to make a fancy play or do something spectacular, and then what happens is you let the other team back in it by playing that way. So just constantly reminding them, trying to shout out instructions, slow down, things like that.
How are Jami and Barfield after picking up those injuries? Obviously, they returned back in. Any concerns there for you on that front?
Shout out to Tim Happel over there in the corner, over there working on Sincere right now. Anthony dislocated his finger, and Tim popped it back into place and said he's good to go. So, no, I think they're just dings, and they'll be ready for the next game.
And last but not least, Frederick next up, another Region 20 Division 2 game. What you got to do to be ready for that one?
Yeah, Frederick's a good team. We're on the road, and no road game is easy in conference, no matter what conference you look at. And so just got to focus the team, keep them eyes on the prize, and one game at a time.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And we will be back, Matt Trudell and myself, to give us some final thoughts here.
All right, welcome back. All right, so how'd your conversation with Coach Smelkinson go?
It went good. I think you could kind of sense his frustration a little bit of how the first half went, but he's proud of the guys, obviously, the way they responded in the second half. I think he's waiting to see his team play a full, complete 40-minute game. I think that's really the key now. This is kind of where you build those habits, because when it really matters, March 7th, 8th, 9th, when you host the tournament here. But I think he's waiting to see his guys play a full 40-minute game. But overall, I think he's proud of the group and the way they responded here this one. He should be. They played much better in the second half. They asserted their physicality in the second half, and they really eliminated any hope Potomac State had of pulling off an upset. And I thought the guards did a much better job as well. Jaden Johnson, especially, of being vocal as well. So I thought Dragons overall is night and day compared from the first half to the second half. So they'll need to keep it going. Frederick on the road next, and looking forward to our next call. I'll be back with you on Saturday for Delaware Tech. I'm sure you will have a great call for the Hartford game, and be fun to see that.
I'm riding solo on the 7th.
It
happens. The 10-game winning streak, now 10-2 at home, 7-1 in the conference. Definitely, good things are happening, and hopefully they'll go on the road and handle Frederick, and then we'll be back here on the 7th
There's a
and
lot,
8th. And
there's a lot worse places to be than only 4 losses. That is for sure.
I agree. Well, thank you everybody for watching and tuning in. Make sure to pay attention while they're on the road, and we'll see you on Friday, February 7th. Thank you, everybody, and have a good night.